So, welcome everyone to today's Into Your Word. I'm Joyce, and today we are going to be speaking on Ezekiel 37. Such a beautiful, beautiful reading about the Lord taking Ezekiel out into this beautiful plain, but not quite. What does he see there? He sees bones, and they're all dry. And the Lord made him walk in every direction. It's very visual. He sees these bones, and there's so many of them, and how dry they were. Now the word dry keeps coming a few times. Son of man, he says, God asks, can these bones come to life? And then afterwards it goes on saying, the Lord tells Ezekiel, prophesy over these bones and say to them, dry bones, hear the word of the Lord. And as the reading goes on, the bones, God says, okay, I need to put my spirit into the bones, and then sinews and flesh forms over the dry bones, and it's covered with skin. But then there's something missing. The spirit is missing. And then he tells Ezekiel again, Ezekiel, prophesy over these bones. Prophesy my spirit over these bones. And then slowly these bones come to life. And God says in the end, he says, then you shall know that I am the Lord when I open your graves and have you rise from them. I will put my spirit in you that you may live, and I will settle you upon your land. And God says, I have promised and I will do it. God takes the initiative here. Now, my focus today is on the dry bones, and then stage 2 would be the dry bones becoming filled with flesh and skin, and yet it's missing something. And stage 3 is when the bones are given the spirit that comes to life. Now, just recently I just came back from a 6-day trip overseas, and whenever I go on trips, I completely forget about. I'm so excited. I'm just like, because I met my old friends, and it was such a busy trip. And I think out of the 6 days, I would have spent like 2 days in some prayer, missed Sunday Mass, and I was like so totally. I said, the Lord will understand because I've got only 6 days of holidays. And the Lord let me, he gave me such a good time. I was so really exuberant, having slept only about maybe 2 nights in all of that 6 days. And when I came back, it hit hard. Something happened, there was a crisis, and I was like really, really down. In the middle of all of that, the Lord drew me out. He ministered to me through my family, through my friends, and in such an amazing way. God took the initiative, and God spoke to me, and God really put His Spirit inside of me. Today I'm sort of recovering from that. It may take time to heal, but I'm good with that. It's a process. And I want to read to you what I wrote in my journal. I said, Lord, my God, I need help. I need you. Help me to change. I feel so messed up. But Lord, at the same time, I feel that there's so much hope, as I'm understanding that there are too many areas in me that need changing, and I have to start to work on myself. And I've been like moaning and groaning in my prayer journal. So this is my prayer journal, and it's a good thing that I have it, because I get to radically write whatever I want. And Jesus, I'm sure He reads it over and over again. My point here is that we have we go to church, we see so many people, and ourselves as well. Are we just dry bones, just with flesh, just coming to church without the Spirit? And there may be sometimes when we really feel down, but we have to come out of it. And how do we come out of it? The gospel reading says 2 commandments. One is love the Lord your God. Doesn't stop there. And Jesus tells them, love your neighbor as well as you love yourself. So these are the 2 greatest commandments. First, I need to check that. Am I loving God? Am I loving my neighbor? Next, it's in the Psalms. Give thanks. Because sometimes when we look at ourselves, we can think, oh my gosh, I'm so miserable. And it can get so... The evil one can really make us look at everyone else and think, oh yeah, everyone else is so happy and they're also joyful, and look at me. That's a lie. God has blessed us so many times. If we begin to count the blessings, and this is sometimes I do this, in fact I think now I need to do that again, just write down all 100 things that I'm grateful for. And it's a struggle. In the beginning it may be a struggle, but make that just commit to doing this, maybe sometime this week or next week, but do it. Because the minute we begin to see things positively, and then we realize, oh my gosh, I'm so blessed, and then we give thanks to God, and when we become joyful, thankful people, there is no reason to mourn and groan. There is no reason to be dry. And when we love God and we love our neighbor, there is no reason to be dry. But at the same time, we need to ask ourselves, get up in the mornings, and I speak to myself as well. I'm thankful for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And in the night before we sleep, I'm grateful for. And then we will truly have the Spirit, because the Spirit gives us joy and peace and love and all the fruits of the Spirit to follow. So let's not just be these dry bones. Let's just keep at it. Keep at prayer. Keep at daily persevering in everything that we do. And the Lord will take the initiative. He will speak to us. Like He lifted me up, and He's still lifting me up. And I know that He's not let me. He will never leave me. Even in the times when I'm really, really down, God speaks to me, and He will speak to you. So have a blessed, blessed day, everybody. Just remember, give thanks, call on the Spirit, love the Lord, and love your neighbor as we love ourselves. Amen.